Hey guys, it's Gurdet14 and we're back to Donkey Kong Country 1, and the reason for the long drawn out at the beginning is because I really didn't mean for this to be 14 minutes long, and I apologize openly for it. It kind of got that long because there are a lot of fails in this one. See, right there. Not even half a minute in and we're already dying. Oy. So, yeah, this is not going to be a well-played part, and I apologize for that. But again, I'm not that good. I'm not an expert or a good player at this game, if you will. So, yeah, we're starting back off on Rope Bridge Rumble, and we have to go through these. We have to go through the spring section that I said that you could pretty much skip if you were Winky. Well, again, if you are Winky, yes, you can in fact pretty much skip over that entire section. I'm not Winky because I ended up dying before the end of last part, so I can't actually skip over a majority of this section. And it is kind of painful. Believe it or not, we did almost beat Rope Bridge Rumble last time. I think I ended up falling off at like one of the last few parts, because here's the exit. And up next, we are moving on to Torchlight Trouble. Yeah, I end up trying to get the photo that I missed earlier on in the playthrough by ground pounding the crunches, and I failed too hard to actually get it this time, and I'm sorry. Torchlight Trouble is interesting because on the SNES, if you turned around, Squawks flashes you. Squawks is the little bird. And Squawks will be in many other Donkey Kong Country games, specifically 2, where he's actually a rideable animal buddy. Kind of cool. And if you turn around, he will always flash directly into your eyes. It's rather painful on the SNES. I don't recommend, actually doing that a lot, which is why I avoid doing it here, because, well, it still is it's not nearly as noticeable, the flash, but it still is technically there. But Squawks is an interesting character in the next few games because they actually give him a projectile attack. Like I said, I'm probably not going to do the other games. I just wanted to get this one as a first. But yeah, Torchlight Trouble is actually easy despite it being totally blacked out. And I mean really easy. It is probably the shortest level in Gorilla Glacier. It's like Winky's Walkway, only with Squawks. And now we're moving on to Really Naughty Rampage. Yes, you guys recall when I told you that we were actually going to be fighting Naughty again? This is when. Yeah, he is the boss of Gorilla Glacier, but he has a new gimmick. This is the falling stalagmites or stalactites. I think they're stalagmites. We're not actually in the SNES version of this game. There's no real reason for it, but they simply weren't. So, they just weren't. Again, he's a really easy boss. I apologize for getting hit. But, yeah, I'm kind of rambling because I really didn't want this to be 14 minutes long. I'm more sick than I should be, but I'm not actually sick. So, I have a slight headache. The video itself was a bit disappointing to me. So yeah, I'm not doing that good today. It's not just the video being too long. It's a combination of things, but it's mostly just the video being too long. Yeah, I'm that stubborn and greedy. Anyway, we're moving on to Oil Drum Alley, probably one of the harder levels. Well, actually, from here on out, pretty much every level is a lot harder than the last. Maybe not a lot harder, but definitely somewhat harder than the level before it. Oh, Winky statue. Yeah. Anyway, Oil Drum Alley is not the first time that we get introduced to these oil barrels, but it's the first time that they're actually, played up quite a bit. And they are everywhere in this level, as the name would suggest. How you take them down? Well, most of them you don't. But the one way that you're supposed to use if you want to take down some of them, and you do need to take down some of them in order to get to bonus areas and such, is to use TNT barrels. That's the only way that I've found, and I'm pretty sure it is the only way in game. Oh, so much fail. Sorry, Diddy. Ouch. And yeah, if you'll notice, we were right next to the save barrel too, so it's even more heartbreaking. So I'm already frustrated at this point. We're only about 5.5 minutes in, but I am. It's just one of those days for me. I don't know why, but it is. It's one of those days where I'm like, I really don't want to do this, but I know that I should because I set a schedule, and now I have to, live up to it. And I like go easy. I tend to go easy on a lot of other LPers when they don't, follow a set schedule or don't have a certain pattern to their recordings, like Deceased Crab. The difference is I actually see Deceased Crab as an extraordinarily good Let's Player, and I, at the moment, am not. I'm still far too new to this whole thing. Seriously, if you don't know who Deceased Crab is, look him up on YouTube. He is an extraordinarily fun guy to watch play games. I personally recommend his Mappyland LP. So much fun. But yes, Lanky Kong is back, and he's as annoying as he was in the other parts. I'm trying to show off a majority of the levels as I go through them, and it's going all right. It's just not going as well as I would hope, which is kind of sad because I'm trying to do a let's try to play here, and it's just it is becoming a let's try and not an actual let's play. Oy, so much fail. Yeah, this is why I was scared that it was going to be 14 minutes, because I really don't have much else to commentate on. Oil Drum Alley is an extremely difficult level if you don't know what you're doing, and I can speedrun through the first half of it without doing too badly. I still end up losing at least one, if not both, the Kongs at some point, but I can actually do it. I can speedrun through the first half pretty well, but the second half and the last fourth of this level takes forever because they add another gimmick where, oh god, I do not like that part. It's an easy enough part, and I think I do it relatively well here, but it's just not that fun. It is not fun at all. Diddy can actually skip a majority of these sections, but he can't actually skip all of it. So, roll jumping is your friend, and abuse it like all hell, because it is your friend. Oh. Well, you don't really abuse your friends that much. But, you try and utilize them as much as you can in order to get the best stuff out of them. Even that sounds wrong. That makes you sound like a greedy bastard. Stop using your friends for material things, you greedy bastard. Yeesh. Don't you know? That's not what friends are for. But yeah, this section right here is a pain. I hate this section. And the main reason that I hate this section is because it actually is incredibly difficult. I make it look easy here, but it's not. The gimmick here is that the oil barrels will flare three times quickly, and then they'll go down for about 3 seconds. You have to use that 3-second interval in order to cross. If you don't cross during that time, they catch you on fire, and you die, and it is very frustrating. And here is where we spend a majority of the part, folks. Trick, track, trek. No, this is not a hard level. But the reason why we spend a majority of the time here is because I actually do well enough to actually get through a majority of it. Although the last part is going to make it seem, like, what the fuck happened? But as you can already see, we're almost at the 10-minute mark now, and, oy. My nose is flaring, my throat is going out. Alright, Trick, Track, Check interview. I'm not sure if it's introduced here. I don't think it was anywhere else yet. But it forces you to go on this this conveyor belt-ish platform. It's not an actual conveyor belt because it's not trying to shoot you off either side. But what's annoying is that it is the only platform that you can reliably trust throughout the entire stage. There are enemies flying at you. There are mini neckies, which I freaking hate. Evil. Evil mini Necky. Die, 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 die. And a majority of this level is just extremely hard to pilot through. It's not difficult. It's not too bad. I mean, if you're good enough at the level, you can actually get through this in one go relatively quickly. I say relatively because this the track right here, forces you to slow down throughout most of the level. And it's annoying because it's like, I don't want to slow down through most of the level. Yeah, a lot of people will probably have trouble getting to that specific one because, roll jumping, although has been a decent player in the game so far, hasn't really come much into play. Trust me, a majority of this level can be solved with roll jumping. Matter of fact, almost all, actually I think all but one of the bonus areas in this game, in this level, you have to roll jump for. And it's kind of sad, really. It is. Because roll jumping is somewhat difficult if you're not used to the controls yet. Anyway, roll jump over here, jump on them, into the bonus barrel. This bonus barrel I both hate and love. It is a Bash the Baddies bonus level, which means it is incredibly easy to actually either screw up or do right. Unfortunately, what it does, regardless if you win or lose, it sends you back to the save point. I think it's one of the very few bonus barrels in game that actually do that. And it's annoying because now you have to actually go watch this whole section again. And it's not fun. It's not fun at all. Meowness. But yeah, if you want a life grind, this is where you life grind. Because every time that you hit that red clap track, you get another pouch of 10 bananas. Meaning, if you actually manage to kill him, you're guaranteed an extra life. Plus, if you kill him anyway, you get an extra life. You automatically get an extra life for completing the bonus stage. It's kind of cool. And moving on the Trick Track Trek, there's the end, just underneath the vulture. I don't know how I feel about the Neckies in this particular one. The normal Neckies are, not that bad because you can just jump on them and, almost ignore their existence. A few of the enemy placement options in here are freaking ridiculous, like putting Lanky Kong and the claptraps up there just so they can try and hit you or drop down on you. That's just mean, guys. That is just plain mean. And this right here, if you don't have Donkey for this, don't even attempt to attack him. Just don't. Like, say, yes, you're there, I'm ignoring you, goodbye. Nah, he is very not nice to you. And we spend the next 2 minutes pretty much here, and I didn't want this part to be so long. I really didn't. But it ended up being that long because, one, I can't really cut out the Winky bonus stage because I actually get the photo for it. And you guys need to see how much you need. You actually need 600 of the miniature Winky statues in order to get the photo. Not that hard, really. Just grind up to like about 250 while you're getting to it, and then just get the last 100 after you get the bonus statue. Normally playing through. My throat hates me right now. But anyway, guys, that pretty much sums up. This level. I purposefully die here. Yes, I know I'm lame, but I really don't have much an option in that matter because I really didn't want it to go this long. Anyway, next time we'll be continuing Kremkronk Industries. My God, I need to do a lot of edits on this video. And see you guys then. Be safe. Before I go, I just want to guys let you know that no, I didn't actually do the editing here. Sorry.